Why hello everyone, my name is Angie and welcome back to my channel, Angie Rose Nomad. Today I have a quick book unhaul for you guys. So we're going to jump right in with the books that I have not read but that need to go. And the first two are part of a series. The first one is Donuts and Deception and the second is Lemonade and Lies. These are both by Agatha Frost. They are books 1 and 2 in the Paradell Cafe Mystery series. I think that's the name. Oh, a Paradell Cafe Mystery right there on the cover. I read book 1 for March Mystery Madness, and while I thought the cover was stunning and I love the titles of these books, it was nothing to write home about. And I was going through my closet recently, saw these two, and thought to myself, well, I unhauled the first one. Why do I still have these around? Because I told myself I would read them and then unhaul them, but I don't know if I can. The mystery in the first one was so mediocre to me. So I think it's time that these found a better home with someone that will appreciate them just a little bit more than I do. The next book that is going to a better place is Save Me the Plums by Ruth Rachel. This is a memoir about Ruth, who got a job at Gourmet magazine as their editor-in-chief. And I really thought that I would enjoy this book, but for some reason, it just didn't resonate with me. I didn't exactly finish it because I thought that it was unnecessarily wordy, and it really didn't go in the direction that I thought it would take, so I had to put it down, as much as that pains me to admit. Next up, we have Watch Me Disappear by Janelle Brown. This was one that I picked up during March and just read recently. I gave this book probably about 3 stars, mainly because I did not like the characters in this book or their actions that they took. I found the mystery intriguing and I still wanted to turn the pages, but I think I've personally read better thrillers than this. So this is about a woman named Billy who is married and has one daughter, and she goes off by herself one weekend to go on a hike, and she never comes back. They recover one of her hiking boots and her cell phone, and there is radio silence from her since then. So we go forward to about a year later, and her daughter is really struggling to cope. Her husband has taken to drinking and writing a memoir about her and his time with her. And then Olive, her daughter, begins to have visions of Billy and thinks that she might still be alive. So it's Olive's quest to find out, is her mom dead, or did something happen? Did she just want out of her life, want to start over? Another book that I finished recently is called Someday, Someday Maybe. This is by Lauren Graham. I gave this book a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I listened to it on audio, and it is read by Lauren Graham, aka Lorelai from Gilmore Girls, in case any of you were not familiar with that name. I enjoyed her narration. So our story follows Franny, who is a struggling actress in New York City. She wants to make this life happen so badly that she has given herself a deadline. So she's had 3 years to accomplish her mission of becoming an actress, and we are at the last 6 months of those 3 years when our story starts. Franny is living in an apartment with her roommates and best friend, Jane and Dan. And it's just following her story as the days tick by until her deadline hits. Overall, it was an okay story, and I just didn't really see myself rereading this, but yeah, definitely worth a read. So the next book that I am bidding farewell to is called The Rules of Magic by Alice Hoffman. This follows Franny, Jet, and Vincent, who are the aunts, I think, of the girls in Practical Magic. And it's about, them growing up, them venturing into their powers and things like that. I read it a little while ago, so I'm kind of fuzzy on the details. I enjoyed it, but I didn't love it, and I don't think I'm going to read it again, but I do want to read Practical Magic still. Next up, I have a book that I mentioned in my Killer Thriller reviews, and it is called Killer Instinct. And this is by S.E. Green. I gave this book a 4 or 4.5 out of 5. I really, really enjoyed this book. It is a YA mystery thriller type book, and that's the cover. Isn't that awesome? It's so cool, right? So it follows our main character, a girl named Lane, who has these urges to harm people that have done bad things. So kind of picture like a young adult version of Dexter. However, her mother and stepfather both work for the FBI. Her mom is the head of the criminal behavioral unit. So previously Aaron Hotchner's job on Criminal Minds. I don't know who it is now. I need to watch some Criminal Minds. And there is a serial killer on the loose. He strikes once a year, and Lane is trying to figure out why he keeps sending her things in the mail, what is their connection, and can she stop him in time? The next book I have is one that I also really enjoyed, and it is called The Dutch Wife. This is by Ellen Keith. And I think I gave this book a 4 stars. Just recently finished it. It really gripped me and was very interesting. I just don't think I'm going to reread it again. So we're following 3 different narratives through the course of this book. We're following Marika, who is an inmate at Ravensbrück in the 1940s. We're following an SS officer named Carl, who is also at Ravensbrück. And then we're also following a boy named Luciano, who is in 1977 Buenos Aires. So this book is really about the power of the human spirit, overcoming odds, and having hope. However, I didn't necessarily like the ending for Carl, our SS officer. I thought that she could have written that just a little bit better. He is, throughout the book, he is struggling with his identity and if he is doing the right thing. And I felt that that could have been examined so much more than it was. So I'm really interested in reading like the other side of things. So for instance, like World War II, I would love to read a book from the Axis perspective and, you know, someone that was on that side and their motivations or what they went through. So if you have any recommendations for those type of books, let me know down in the comments below. I'm always on the lookout for them. But I did enjoy this, but I'm not going to reread it. I'm going to see if someone I know will like this book. Lastly, I have another book that I mentioned in my killer thriller review video, and it is called The Favorite Sister by Jessica Knoll. I do go into depth on why I do not like this book in that video, so I'm going to link it so you guys can go check it out if you are interested. So those are the 9 books I'm going to be unhauling. I really want to make more room and, you know, declutter. I get so stressed about having so many books at times that it's time to just free up some space and liberate my soul. Liberate my soul. Okay, that was weird. But you get the drift, right? You get the drift. So hopefully I can accumulate some more Unhaul books very soon. Maybe I'll find some that I really, really love and want to keep them and cherish them forever. We shall see. As always, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to become part of the tribe if you have not already. I do post new bookish videos every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we'll see you very soon. Bye.